Hi, I'm Jane Hamill from fashionbrainacademy.com, and thanks for coming. Today's video is about how to price your line on your website compared to how much it's going to cost at a retail store. All right, so here's a question that I got. This is from Deborah in California, in LA actually. She said, Jane, I've been busy getting ready for my online selling, She said, I'm also in communication with a boutique in California. Okay? They loved my bags and they're going to solicit customer feedback to see how they are received. So fingers crossed on that. Good luck, Deborah. I'm rooting for you. So I sent one of each collection for the owner to look at. So now I just need to work up my cost to the boutique so I can complete the line sheet and order form. I see where you mentioned in the course, and that's the new designer course that she's in. She said, you mentioned the course I ordered today that the cost in her boutique must be the same or slightly higher than my website cost. That's not exactly right, but we'll get to that. Is there a standard retail markup I should be working off of, or is it my decision how to price the collection for the boutique? Any guidance would be appreciated. Thanks so much. Your courses have been so helpful, and I totally appreciate it. Hey, Deborah, you're welcome. Okay, so let's work this out. So here's the thing, and the other day I was a moderator on a buyer's panel with 3 buyers in the room, okay, online and 2 brick and mortar stores. And one pet peeve they have is that designers put their merchandise on their own sites for less money than it costs in their retail store. This drives them nuts. Don't do it. You're selling to boutiques, and yet you're at the same time knocking them off at the knees or the head or somewhere, right? So you want to, if your main strategy is to sell to stores, be very careful about what you sell online and what prices you sell, okay? So one suggestion that the designer had, that one of the retailers had, was to make the prices on your online store slightly higher than they're going to be in the retail stores. So people don't go, a lot of people, what they do is they go shopping, as soon as they see it, they look up the designer if they like it, and they go see how much it is other places. So if you're less than at the retail store, your retailers are not going to want to work with you, okay? So that's definitely not where you want it. The other thing is that when you price it for the stores, you'll need to be charging them the wholesale price, okay? So if let's say that you're charging $60 for a bag and it costs you $25, that's not really enough markup there to have from wholesale to retail markup, okay? Because the retailer is going to mark it up about 2.2 to 2.5. Does that make sense? So no, there is a standard markup for different categories, but I would say it's between 2.2 and 2.5 for boutiques. If it's a bigger box store or online store, it could be anything different. So I wouldn't say there's a standard, but if you're selling to a boutique, that's what I would use, all right? Hope that answers your question, Deborah, and thanks for putting it in there. If you're wanting to sell, but if you're wanting to sell to boutiques, I do have a course for that. I think that is the course that Deborah was talking about, which would be that How to Sell to Boutiques boot camp. And that's on our site, on the blog at fashionbrainacademy.com. You can go there and check it out. We also have a 5-day free mini course. It's good to start with free. And that is my cameraman's laughing. That is available on the site. Just do a little search for 5-day mini course, and it's 5 days in your inbox videos like this and PDFs and things about how to sell and how to not feel uncomfortable selling, how to know who to sell to, where to find customers, and not feel desperate for the sale, because we've all been there and nobody wants that feeling, okay? Or even if you don't feel desperate, you don't want to look desperate. You want to look like you've been there before, right? All right, so join me on the 5-day mini course, and I'll see you on the other side. Have a great day.